it's Emily here, and I thought I would maybe do a bit of a writing vlog today because I know I haven't really been talking about my writing lately. I've actually been struggling with writing a lot the last month or so. I did Camp NaNoWriMo in April, which I barely squeaked by with my writing goals, and then I kind of just was like, had writer's block for like a month. I just didn't have a desire to write. I kind of had ideas, but I didn't feel like putting them down. And so I'm kind of trying to get myself out of that because if you really want to do well in writing, like you can't just write when you feel like it. You have to push through it and you have to write. So that's what I've been trying to do lately. I did join a writing contest, and it was through the Write Practice, and it was to write a 1,000 word short story, and they gave you different writing prompts. You had to choose one of the writing prompts, and so I submitted that, my final draft of it, earlier this past week, which when this video goes up, it'll be last week. And so it'll be a few weeks until I hear the results of that, which it's a really big long shot because there's so many contestants. But a lot of that was about getting feedback and such, and so that was kind of cool just to get feedback from it. And I'm thinking about maybe doing some spin-off stories with it. And maybe putting them onto Wattpad because I kind of gave me ideas for other things because I also realized that short stories are not my thing, which I've kind of always known that. I haven't written a short story probably since I was in school, and I tend to write super long. So the 1,000 words was a really big challenge because that's like 3 pages. I can barely write a scene in 3 pages, let alone a whole story. And so obviously all my ideas are usually longer than what a short story can handle. But it gave me a couple ideas of what I could do for other shorter stories, longer than 1,000 words, but not like a whole novels. And so I'm kind of brainstorming that, and I think that would be a fun thing just to get up on Wattpad, just to like have out there in the world. And so I do want to get that started, and I also want to work on my fairy tale novel, my Snow White meets Rose Red story. And so I really want to get that going and started. I was able to meet with my critique partner a week or so ago, and that was really fun to talk with her and kind of just like talk out my ideas. And when I was talking out my ideas, I was like, oh, these actually are way better than I thought they were. So that was really, really exciting. And so it is my last day off for the week, and so I was thinking it'd be kind of good to just see if I can set that at the computer and get some things together. On the query end of things for my urban fantasy, it's kind of not been really going well. I did put together a new draft of a query that I sent out to a couple agents to see if that would work, and I got one response, and she said that she liked the concept, but the first chapter didn't grab her. And so that kind of told me that, like, okay, my new query is doing pretty good, but maybe it's the pages that need work. And so I'm thinking about maybe like pausing the querying for a little bit and shooting for Pitch Wars, which is a contest kind of where you submit a query and some chapters, and then if you are chosen, you work with a mentor who is like another author or someone in the publishing industry, and they help you get your manuscript together to send out to agents. And so I think maybe that might be something I might need and could be really useful. And I am potentially looking at a couple of critique partners to get ready for that. And so that's kind of where I am with writing at the moment. And so it's been a rough couple months lately. And just with the querying especially, it's just been, even though I knew rejection was all part of it, I didn't think it would be as much of a blow to my writing ego as it has been. And so that was really kind of rough, and just like realizing I just need to keep pushing through. I need to keep writing and keep going because I just love writing whether or not I get published. Like, I still want to tell stories, and so I need to kind of like get that mindset out of my head. And even though that it is an ultimate goal, I'm not gonna write well if that's all I'm thinking about. And so yeah, that's kind of where I am with that. And I just need to get going again and just get back into the routine, and we'll see how it goes. So yeah, that's kind of my quick writing update. I am watching Friends in the background as I write because I've kind of found that that helps sometimes just to have some extra noise, but it's a TV show that I'm really, really too familiar with, and so I can kind of block it out a bit as I write because I'll have that background noise, but at the same time, like, I'm not stealing ideas from it because I'm just so familiar with Friends. So, there's that. Yeah, if you have any writing or creative projects, let me know what you are working on, how are things going, how do you kind of get yourself out of a rut when you're in a writing rut and you kind of have had some blows to the ego with writing. And then my battery died, and there's that. But let me know about your own writing projects. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all later. Bye!